So technically there was a minute left on my countdown timer, but I don't know, I didn't feel like sitting and waiting through the final minute. So, welcome to another Demarcation Media live stream. I realized I forgot to grab the dude that I needed for illustrating this. So, Temu has sponsored a couple different videos on this channel now, and in the first one, I took a look at a Hemoxian kit for the first time, and I got this dude here. This guy is super cool. Like, it's seriously one of the coolest model kit build experiences that I've had, and his style is just absolutely sick. Unfortunately, I did not get the version with the cloak, so I don't have the cloak. But then I saw that Sembo was doing Hemoxian miniature kits, and I was very pleased to pull the miniature Tastier on the first box because I was making a short about it and I needed something for the thumbnail. So I opened it up, and this guy is incredibly impressive and incredibly frustrating to me. So, first of all, look at this. The details have been recreated really faithfully. And you do get a... Okay, so, I mean, you guys can see this. This is a blind box model kit, and there are multiples in this wave that have wired soft goods. That's crazy. What this guy does not have is swivels, either for the elbow or the bicep, which means you have no way to get him to shoulder his rifle. It limits posability so much to the point where I'm thinking about, after I do the review, cutting the joint out and putting in my own to allow for a swivel, because they over-engineered the heck out of the upper bicep and the forearm. There's a whole bunch of pieces that went into it, but not a single one is necessary. You could have completely skipped all of that and gotten better articulation and used less parts. So it's that's very frustrating to me. The cloth is crazy cool though, and like the detail is also really, really good. There's so much print work going on. Like, looks wise, it's insane. And you also get a little card. I don't like this. You cannot get his head up that high, but otherwise it looks cool. So, today we're going to be building the rest of these fellas. Let's see, who do we have in the chat? Zarnox, Blue Buster Guy, Gingy Gamer, Mason Henry, Flame Studios, which Transformers made their own. You mean Hasbro? You want Hasbro to do model kits? That's not really Hasbro's thing. So we've got, this comes with 5 or 6, but there are 8 that you can pull. Now I'm hoping, so there's a rare variant here of the Tastier that's part silver, part red. I'm hoping to pull that one despite my frustration, but if I don't get that one, I'm hoping to get the green. That's the Thor, I think. But we will find out. We will find out. So let's get started here. Royal Flamethrower? What? Alright, let me pop this off to the side. Helldiver 2-player. You don't have the game. Helldivers is well worth getting. I mean, unless you don't have a system to run it on, in which case it's not really, then it's not really worth it. Alright, so these are rather large for blind boxes, and you get a lot of parts. They're a little bit more along the lines of like, almost like a high-grade build. I already realized this, but almost at 50K. Yes, the number is going up incredibly fast. Look at that. My goal, or like number-wise, my goal for YouTube is to just get to the point where I can get a plaque. That's kind of my goal. I'm doing this just because I enjoy it, and I want to give you guys good information. But as my like numbers goal, I'm hoping. Whoa, wait, really? Oh, okay. Apparently I pulled the 1 out of 48. What is this one? Also, golly, bruh, can you not spend a little more money to get a higher res version of your own render? I don't think the... Yeah, the Tastiers... Whoa! What have they done? What have they done? Why would you do this? That's like... it's like they took the image on this one and blew it up to this size. Why would you do that? Okay, that's a choice. Talking about Helldivers? Oh, it's just the entire instructions are this low res. Bro, this is your, like, rare. Why are the instructions low res? That's... What? Oh, the 1 out of 48. The rarest of all of this wave. And they don't... That's crazy. Brick by Brick, welcome! Helldiver 2 meant... I think he meant just Halo 2. 100k Demarcation Media Special. Big Mega Retrospective. I won't be selling all my Mega, but maybe a retrospective. A Whatnot live. I've heard a lot of people do lives on Whatnot, but I personally have never tried Whatnot, just because I've seen a lot of content creators that I don't like using it as a way to make money. There are many... Oh, wait, hang on a second. No, okay, never mind. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. This is not the 148. I forgot. Or I didn't pay close enough attention. Halo 2 HD2's Helldivers for type HD. Oh, yeah. Well, Flames, good luck. Don't die to Jackal Snipers. And thanks for stopping by. Okay, yeah, I got mixed up. So, the 1 out of 48 is... He's got the, like, ribbons and stuff all over him. This is just the normal one. Also, holy moly, that's giant. Got Optimus Prime from Blocky's Galaxy version Defender. Nice. Such a great first impression. Oh, yeah, I need some other stuff. Ooh, nice rifle. My thoughts about these are all over the place. I just wanted some bicep swivels. It's been a long time since I've had a figure or model kit that did not give bicep swivels. I thought that was like a standard these days. But lo and behold, they left it off. I don't understand why. I feel like it was an incredibly stupid choice. Like, I genuinely don't understand. They actually spent more money making more parts when they could have gotten more articulation and less parts. 5144 is really small. No, not scale, rarity. So like out of every 144 of those kits made, it's like when they're the mystery box style. So for example, when we look on here, this this one that I'm hoping to pull, the silver and red, it is 6 out of 48, which means that out of every 48 of these kits produced, 6 of them will be the rare one. So it has nothing to do with the scale in this particular case, but it's written the same way as the scale. Is there a waffle content creator? What content creators? Like M&R comes to mind. Also, Whatnot always just feels scammy to me. I don't know why. It makes red flags go up for me more than Temu does. But yeah, M&R pushed it a lot for a while, and that kind of made me go, I don't know about that. There are so many pieces. There's so many pieces. There's like, golly, is there like a full inner frame here? What is going on? Do not ever just pour all of these pieces out. I almost lost pieces building the Tastier. I just poured it out without paying attention. Okay, we've got, this is the front of the head. Also, I just realized it's still very bright. I should probably turn this a little bit down. M&R is so annoying. Yeah, I can't stand his content. Like, I'm not wishing bad on the guy or anything, but I feel like he's the epitome of like a self-serving creator. At least I have yet to see a more pointed self-serving creator. Like, that's... Yeah. Also, yo, the eye... Sembo has definitely improved in a lot of ways over when I started looking at their Mosho stuff. Alright, how does this go on? Could I... How does... Oh, okay. It's a long face. CJ, you can barely hear out of your left ear. Ear infections suck. Oh gosh, yeah, they do. They certainly do. I am sorry to hear that. That ear infections are... I've only had them like once in my life, and that is not something I wish on even the people that I dislike. Carrie Sargent, welcome. Literally blocked him. You know, I really should have like... Here, I have a note. I'll make a note. Sticky notes. And we will make a note to put that on the prayer list at the end. Feels like these... Here, I'm writing it down. I'm misspelling things because I'm typing weirdly. There's another Lego YouTuber who just rage baits by using the wrong term or something. I don't know who that is. Carrie Sargent, I actually don't know which one this is. I'm not an expert, or maybe expert's the wrong word. I'm not super well versed on Hemoxian yet, because I only recently found out about them like a couple months ago. And I've been very intrigued, but so far I have not learned all of the different kits that they've made. So I don't know who this guy is, but man's got a chin that stretches to the moon. Look at that. There is printed eyes in there, but they're so far back that you can't see it. This almost looks like a little ship in of itself. And this is all in Chinese, so I have no idea. I can't read the character names. At this point, I need to just like learn Chinese, or I don't know. There's multiple forms of it, but I need to just learn it so I can actually read the stuff that I'm building. Delta Ring 2? Oh, I've heard of that. I don't play Roblox though, and I don't plan on playing Roblox. I've had people ask me to play it, but I don't know. There's too much crap on there. Too many issues. Yo, there's so much print. I still don't understand why they couldn't actually print this properly. This is such low res printing. I cannot believe it. Tolerances are interesting. This one's like normal, and then this one's more tight. What am I attaching? Oh, I'm attaching two things. So we've got this. Yeah, this does feel like I'm miniature high grade at least, if not better. Pretty good. Infection mode. Who is the one I want the most in this? Well, this guy was the one that I really wanted. I was very much hoping for this one, and I pulled him first try, so I'm very pleased with that. I'm hoping to get the rare variant of him as well, because I believe you can. I believe it's possible to pull two of the same character. But I'll be good if I don't, because I've already pulled the other one. Okay, so we've got... That's not right. That's sticking up way too much. What is going on? Why did that work? Why did that work? It's a little hard to tell what's going on since everything's super low res, to be honest. Maybe that is correct. Green people with green blades. Full government ID. Yeah, no thanks. I don't want to upload my ID to Roblox. Shockwave! Welcome. It's been a month. My favorite Transformers Galaxy and Defender Wave. Oh, God. Well, Galaxy 8 might be my favorite right now, Galaxy-wise. Defender, I don't know, because every wave has had characters that I really like. So I have a hard time just picking. I think this is a back thruster. Now that Turn and Megatron are out, there's one special action edition everyone is waiting for. Oh, you mean Optimus? Anyway, you're going. Quit Roblox is facing that leak to the FBI. Yikes. But anyway, thank you for stopping by. I would say good luck avoiding your information being leaked on Roblox, but if you're already off of it, then it sounds like you're probably in good shape. Oh my gosh, this is really complex for a blind box. I keep saying this, and I'm going to keep saying this. Chinese model kits are really something else. Like, these are blind boxes, the kind of thing you go into the store and impulse buy. This is the sort of thing that the kids there are playing with, or even the adults, on a regular basis. Talk about, like, making your population smarter when all of your toys are just, like, building kits and stuff, like, of this caliber. There's even print on the underside of that. Crazy. I wish the US carried more stuff like this just in the stores. That would be so much fun. Sea Spray Action Edition. What? Carrie Sargent, thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Oh, they printed the yellow that looking like almost a lime color in these instructions. I don't know what's up with these instructions. They're jank. Oh, there's some nice detail here, though. Interesting. A little flex there. Not sure if I'm a fan of that. The color separation. I'm not sure if I'm sold on this particular mech's design, but, man, the color separation so far is kind of crazy. All right, what am I putting on here? What is this? Is it this thing? I think it is. Oh, okay. I think I see what's going on here. Company? No, this is Sembo Block. I looked at a bunch of their Mosho. They do miniature Mosho stuff, and what is it? Kang Dao. There's a handful of Mosho releases that I haven't looked at from them, but they're kind of rehashes of stuff, so I haven't been real pressed about it. Or like special recolors or whatever. But this is a big upgrade to the first Mosho stuff that I looked at. Like the parts feel better. The design also feels better, except for those missing swivels. That makes me mad. It's like an industry standard to do bicep swivels. Building a model kit without using the instructions. I do not have enough knowledge of these to build it. There are a few, perhaps I could, but not this one. Glenda Jackson, welcome. Am I ready for Blocky's Transformers Galaxy version 10? I have yet to hear any news about it, but I am definitely excited to see what it is because I want more Optimus recolors really bad. I want more Optimus in the new style. I want Nemesis. Not really. Really, at the end of the day, that's what I'm I'm hoping for is Nemesis. Okay, that's really confusing. Pokemon Day. Oh, is that why eBay sent me a thing saying I should buy Pokemon? I don't know. I just don't pay attention to Pokemon. There's nothing about Pokemon that's very interesting to me outside of playing a couple of them in Smash. That's a seam that I wish would go away, but seems that, no pun intended, it would appear that's not going to happen. Oh, I can tilt those kind of back. Oh, that's not going to work permanently, though. All right, so we've got a head and we've got a torso. Now we're going to build a waist unit, which, whoa, there's printing on that, too. That's crazy. There's no, they don't number or anything, these parts. So you just kind of have to figure out which ones you're supposed to be using just by comparing them to the instructions, which is questionable given how low res the printing is. That's a really cool rifle though. So where is my waist unit piece exactly? I mean, that looks like part, oh, it is this piece. And interesting. That feels like unnecessary part separation, but okay. See, I'm a fan of model kits, but when it starts feeling like they're making the parts be separate just for the sake of being able to put them together, then I start to be a little bit like, okay, could we make it feel worth it? Nemesis. Bafarian. Oh, is that who this is? Transformers Prime, Optimus. I have heard nothing. Better have Nemesis, Shatterglass Prime. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We need one of them with the new Optimus mold. I don't know if anything else has been said about Optimus either. I will say though, I know, the Chinese New Year just happened. And, Blockies was just at the New York Toy Fair, so, ooh, that's some nice printing. So we got to be a little bit patient because they've got a lot going on. So we must just have patience. The reveals will come when they come, and I know we're used to Blocky's breakneck release speed, but I would prefer that they slow down before it starts to bite them in the butt, Before they start going too fast and make mistakes. Alright, we got that. There's only 5 to build here, but given how complex they are, it's probably going to take a little bit. Nice. And these low res instructions. Galvatron will be included. Oh, nobody had any clue about that. Why would you spoil such a such a thing? Honestly, I had forgotten that they teased that. I forgot that Galvatron was basically guaranteed for this next wave. I mean, he was guaranteed, not basically. He was guaranteed. This is rather awkward. Oh, it's probably because that ball joint was in the way, but there we go. That's a big tail. Any more part, any thought? Yeah, they are serious model kits. This is absolutely serious model kits. Oh, something to note about these is they don't actually tell you when there's like left arm and right arm. They don't tell you how to build them individually. They just like show you how to build one, and good luck you figure out how to mirror it. So, yeah. This is not... If you want like a casual build, I don't know if I would recommend this. If you want to think a little bit, then by all means, go for it. How do I even say that name? It's almost 6 a.m. Man. Oh, that's upside down. Time zones are weird. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Okay, where's the other one? Where is it? Here it is. Try transform with action. Oh, yeah. I've been told to try the Aldi. Is it Aldi or Aldley? So what's going on here? I misaligned something. I've been told to try them a handful of times. I just have not had the budget for it. That's really the problem. Because I don't have an infinite budget, and they look like, based on what I've heard, it's the kind of thing that I would look at once, but probably wouldn't want to continue getting, because I've heard their quality leaves a little to be desired. So I often don't really care to spend a lot of time on stuff that the quality isn't great, unless I need to tell people, hey, the quality isn't great. But it doesn't seem like that company is very present out and about, so I don't even know if I would be able to get them to see any of my feedback, which if they don't see the feedback ever, then it's not much use. Aldi is a Chinese toy company. I mean, most of these are. Sembo is. Blockies is. Most of the best model kits are coming from China these days. Even actually the best action figures too. I feel like it used to be Japan. Japan had like the kind of the monopoly on the market, and now it's a little bit less. Oh, this is gonna have a swivel. That's just gonna. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, this has some nice paintwork on it. Why do you have to do this to me? Why did you have to make my favorite out of this entire wave not have the swivel? I hope you guys know I'm going to keep complaining about this for probably the entire stream, so I apologize if it gets annoying. Alright. See, that's an interesting way to do things. They sandwiched a little tube in there. Why couldn't they have done that for him? It makes so much sense and works so much better. And I'm dropping the joint on the floor. Yeah, that's the system that I'm more familiar with from Sembo. See, yes, beautiful. That's exactly what I hope to see for all of these, but well, I guess I get the hands off. PG Optimus Prime. I watched that Toy Guys review, and I'm tempted. You know, if they did a Nemesis recolor, I would be actually buying that. But even still, just the Optimus looks very good. And that's coming from somebody who doesn't like transforming Transformers. Alright, we've been going for 28 minutes. To be fair, I talked a bunch at the beginning, but I feel like that's decent time for a kit as complex as this. Maybe, maybe not. Alright, hand settles into place decently well. Not bad. And then this just pops on like that. Very nice. I like that a lot, actually. Ooh, wait, we're gonna cover up that gap? Oh, yes, please. Yes, that's fantastic. I wish they had done, like, the shoulders pop off on the Tastier way easier. Okay. And then we... Which way? It's so hard to see! Oh, probably this way, given that... Yeah, get that way. Interesting. As well as a Magnus. Yeah. Pressure them. Oh, that has a good armband, too. I like the design of this so far. Like, the build makes sense. I don't feel like I'm putting parts together just to put parts together. I feel like they thought this through. And that makes me very pleased. Even though I'm not necessarily sold on this particular mech style. What are we doing here? That felt a little not great, but you know. A Magnus would be great too, but Nemesis mostly. Where's the other? Yes, and there's printing. There's printing on here, which is great. I'll give a closer look once we're done here. And then we get to build that little shoulder bit again, which looks like it can rotate back and forth. Flip that around. All right, cool. Bit of, yeah, it's just a little bit gappy, I guess. And then we get the open hand. Nice. Pair of arms. Excellent. Now we need to build the legs and the shield. There's going to be a repeat of something in here. I know that much. Oh, is this the knee? Intriguing design choices here. And then this sandwich is on top. Yes, limbs indeed. Can't, well, I was going to say you can't really have a mech without limbs, but that's entirely not true. Because some of the Armored Core and Gundam stuff literally was just, like, tank bits. Also, there's print work on here, too. This knee is definitely not going to get more than a 90-degree bend. Which I guess is okay. Model will have a gimmick weapon. If you're referring to... Wow, that's really difficult. Referring to this guy, I would... I don't think he has a gimmick weapon. There we go. And then we stick. Does it go this way? I wish these instructions were not 2 pixels each. Oh, here we go. If it's like that. Excellent. Why do I like Nemesis so much? It's honestly just the colors. I think the colors just look so good. It's yeah, I don't know. It was Blockies that sold me on it, you know. But yeah, once I saw like black and red for Optimus looks great. Maybe it's because it's like, I don't know, the concept of like a dark version of the character is kind of interesting. I used to play Dark Samus a lot, and just the color scheme change for... Really, that's the only reason. I just love the colors. I love Optimus's design, and then swapping the colors like that just makes it even better. Oh boy, okay. I have to figure out how the heck they want me to do this. Where am I even putting this? What even is this? Oh, it goes the other direction? What? Okay, I think I'm doing this right. Printing your instructions correctly is very important. Oh, brother. Ugh. Evil Optimus, Shattered... Well, I would say Nemesis, but Shattered Glass Optimus is brutal. From what I know. I haven't read the comics yet, but from what I do know. Alright, how does this fit? Oh, they flipped it back around again, and because the instructions are so low res, I couldn't tell. No wonder it wasn't fitting. Okay, now this makes sense. There we go. Yeah. That... Nice. Excellent. You just have to figure out what the instructions are trying to tell you. I sure hope this is not the case for every single copy of this, because I do not wish this on people trying to assemble this. Yikes. Sembo, print your stuff correctly. This is absurd. Ridiculous. We are still on the second box. Yes. Hopefully the next ones won't have such low res instructions. That'll be a little quicker. But again, like I said, these are not super... Like, blockies are just swift, fun little assemblies. And this is more like actually putting together a Gundam. Okay, I'm assuming... No, this is the front. Of course it's the front. Why would I not think it's the front? I literally, I'm guessing here. Like, I just see a little arrow pointing in a direction, and I don't know what they're trying to tell me to do. How does this go on? What? What? I have no idea what this is supposed to be doing. Why could the instructions not be more than 2 pixels? I'm so confused. So this is gonna go like this. Bro, why are you telling me to put this piece on now? That doesn't fit until you put these other ones on. Alright, well, yeah, they tell you to stick that one piece on, but there's, like, nothing to actually stick it in place until you start putting these side panels on. What is happening? Can we line this up, please? Alright. Golly. Now I know what I'm doing for the next one. I say that and I immediately put it on upside down. Crazy. Mr. Nice Guy, welcome! Low resolution. Continue from this point. Yeah, feel free to. Feel free to. Review Sembo Kangdao. I've thought about getting those ones and the Cardbot ones. I would love to, and again, it comes down to budget and time. I liked the Tastier so much that I stretched my budget to make this work. Because the Sembo stuff, they're not cheap. Like, they're not horribly priced, but they're not cheap either. So I kind of have to, you know, pick and choose a little bit. I'd love to actually just, like, partner with Sembo, but they don't really seem to have presence as a company. They have presence as products. And there's not a ton of people here in America covering them. Golly, this leg feels more like, I don't know, this is more color separation. Well, I say more color separation than high grade, but that's not actually correct because high grades have improved greatly. But this feels pretty intense. Feels more like one of the Armored Core kits, actually. Oh, that's a interesting way to make a foot. That's a little strange. I will not judge its functionality until I actually try it. The tilt's a little loose, though, I will say. Okay. And now we just plug the feet in. Oh! Oh, okay. That's actually wonderful. They actually... Okay. Take it back. That's a great design. Not weird at all. That's really good. That's actually really impressive. And then what is all of this? Oh, wait, there's supposed to be back little filler sections for the feet, too. Look at that! Okay, that's slick. That's slick. And then the gun gets a little bit of color separation, which is fantastic. Where does this go? Ah, like that. Brilliant. And then... Wait, where does this go? Oh, I think this is on the shield. The shield has some print work. Very nice. Spider-Man does what a spider can. We're not even building a Spider-Man. You good? Yikes. Flip that. Oh, well, that. Put it in the right way. Yes, there we go. And then this should fill the gap. Yep, there we go. What are these, though? Why do I have 2 pieces left over? Does this go on the torso? It must. What did I miss for the torso? Ah, yes. Lovely. Well, that's annoying. I'm going to have to dismantle this. 13 Private Cybertron, welcome! Watermelon is transformed into classic class Optimus, worth buying. Yeah, he's not nearly as articulated as the Action Edition one, but he's certainly quite well done. Oh boy, am I gonna be able to get this apart now? Okay, there we go. This is good. This is good. Oh, that was supposed to go on the... Oh, that's why there's gaps there. Okay. I understand now. I missed... I didn't pay attention. I won't blame this one. Oh, ooh, yikes. I'm bending that piece. What the heck? Do I have something to pry this with? I need something more solid, like a wire. Okay, that worked. Okay. Alright, then we pull this in half. Man, go all the way back to the start. Live build into existence. Well, that's probably not going to happen at the moment. Oh, I flip it around. It's the spine. Got it. Well, that would have been nice if I paid attention to that in the first place. Put it all back together. So close. Okay, now this needs to go on the back side of that. Nice little touch of color separation. Excellent. Then we will pop this back on. Excellent. Yeah, I don't recommend putting this all together and then ripping it back apart. They do not feel like they're meant to be taken apart again. I mean, I guess most model kits aren't really, but some are easier to take apart than others. Okay, there we go. Now let's put this fella together. He's a very pointy boy. You bought all of the Galaxy version Transformers? Like every single one of them? Including the rares? Alright. They use a system similar to Blocky's Marvel Galaxy version for the hips. Not sure how I feel about that. Alright. And there's rotation here. And there's a tilt side to side, but there's not much of an ab crunch given the... This is actually a big upgrade over the Mosho stuff, like a big upgrade. And I was pretty impressed with those at first. Just the sets. I would love Blockies to do an Insomniac suit. That would be so cool. Angle that. Those yellow bits pop off easily. Angle that out a little bit. Head is loose. That's a pretty normal thing for Sembo stuff, annoyingly enough. But do I just peg this in here? Theoretically, yes. Are these sides different? I don't think they are. Okay, there we go. I don't like the parts separation that happens. But, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty intense. Look at that. How is the plastic quality compared to Blockies? I mean, so the Mosho ones, I would say, were definitely lower quality than Blockies, but this wave feels a lot better. It feels, of course I just knock him over. It feels very much akin to a Gundam, you know? Gundam quality. 3-hour Demarcation media stream. GP Mango, welcome. Looks like, he does kind of have Hunter vibes, doesn't he? All right, let's see if we can get this one to be faster. Who is this? Who do we have next? Hey, yo, wait. Yes, this is the variant of this guy that I was hoping for. There's a blue and yellow. Uh-oh. What happened here? What's going on? What? Okay, that's weird. My OBS is completely frozen. Where do I get these? I got these from AliExpress. I don't know what's going on here, but for some reason, the visual aspect is not working. What happened here, OBS? What are we doing? I don't really know what we're doing. I guess I'm gonna have to look at my screen over there. Oh, we unlocked. We're back. I don't know if this is rare. Oh, I guess it's a little bit more rare. So there's a blue and yellow version, and there's a red and like gray version. Personally, I prefer the red and gray color scheme, so I'm quite pleased to see this. This is super cool. Again, I don't know who this is. This gives me kind of Witch from Mercury vibes. Seen it set on AliExpress. I bought these on AliExpress. These were purchased by me. They were not sent to me. Everything's fine on your... That's so weird. Yeah, for me, everything froze. That's why I have another monitor open with the stream playing so I can see. Oh my gosh. Yo, there's even some little bit of dark blue on here. What is this? The sword blade. Now that's what I like to see. A mech with a sword is always a win in my book. Quest to find off-brand blockies Transformers. Finding off-brand blockies is actually quite difficult. Blockies doesn't seem to tolerate their off-brands very much, which I think is fair. I have a lot of model kit building to do over the next few days. I have another video that I'm working with Temu to do about some model kits. And then I have a couple that I can't talk about at the moment. Berwin Boy, what's the price? It was like 50 or 60 bucks for the entire case, which is not bad since there's 6 of them. That means they're around, what is that, like 8-ish, 10-ish? Given that some of these have soft goods and they're really complex, $10 a piece feels very fair to me. And all the parts are printed. There's no stickers. But, you know, buying... I think if you try to buy them individually, they charge like 20, which I think that's a bit much. Or confirmed ones, I should say. Blockies makes building blocks sets as well. They used to. I don't know that they still do. GP Mango, what's my favorite Halo game? I've said this before, probably Infinite at the moment, but it's a very close tie with ODST. I really enjoyed Infinite's like gameplay loop. Also, hallelujah, it's not blurry. I can see. I don't feel like I need glasses. Thank the Lord. This is amazing. Ooh. Their printing got way better as well. Sorry for missing streams. Okay, here's the thing. Please don't ever feel like you have to apologize for missing streams or whatever, because, like, at the end of the day, we're doing this, all of us, we're doing this for fun. And so if you got other stuff going on, like, you've got other stuff going on. Life comes first. Streams come after. Legends is 30. These are a steal. That's true. That is a very, very fair point. Given also the detail difference between the two. Sword is compatible. I will certainly try that. Actually, that's a great point. Okay, can we fit this together? You like Reach? Reach was also really fun. I definitely enjoyed my Reach playthrough. Holy moly, this head is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces. Guys, this is a blind box. Blind boxes are usually the budget options that just, you know, you just buy them to have a little fun. Like Blockies Defenders. That's a perfect example. You know, they're quality, they're small, they're fun. This is like, they were like, we're just gonna make a whole, like, basically high grade blind boxes. Like, what? I definitely need to be continuing to keep an eye on Sembo, because if they keep doing these obscure, or I guess I should say obscure for the Western market model kits and stuff, I am all for that, because that's awesome. And I love just getting tiny versions of stuff. Alright, there's that. I'm liking this head a lot, actually. Where are the sides? That's not the side. Oh, whoa, that's sharp looking. This is like a weird mix of like Witch from Mercury design styling and like Gundam 00 design styling, which Gundam 00 was awesome. Holy moly. That's a cool head. That's actually really cool. Okay. Now we get to build the mech itself. I'm trying to... I may look at the chat slightly less because I'm trying to make this one a little more swiftly than the other ones because, I mean, we've been going for almost an hour and not even gotten 2 fully built. So I'm going to try to focus in a little bit. Did you cry when you said glasses? I didn't want to have to, like, sit there and fumble with... Whoa, hold on. What are we doing here? So this goes like that. What? Well, I don't know why I'm so surprised about how complex these are. The Hemoxian kits are very complex and well engineered from my minor experience. But blockies will eventually reduce the plastic waste. I think they use more than they need to. I actually do agree with that. There are times when I've done building, even these, I like a lot of these model kits, I'll finish building them and I have a massive mound of just plastic bags, and there's really no need for that. So I agree they should reduce some of their waste. Will they? I do not know. I guess I could always suggest it to them, because that would certainly be nice, because, you know, we actually like the environment. The environment is good. We do not want to destroy it. This is nice looking. I'm now like, wait, what are these kits like when they're the big versions? Kind of want to get some of more of the Hemoxian big versions. I wonder if Big Bad Toy Store sells them. I may be doing a bit of a partnership with them at some point. Nothing set in stone, but I reached out to them. I'm gonna have a chat at some point. Your Plastic Kingdom. Still waiting for Halo blockies. I did a custom one, but I would love to see them get that license. That would be a dream come true. Truly, it would. What are we doing here? Ah, this little piece. What are we making articulated back skirt? Is that what that is? And perhaps articulated side skirts? Oh, I really hope I'm putting this on correctly. It is never coming off. I promise you guys, that's never coming off. The world could end, a nuke could go off, and those two pieces of plastic would still be stuck together. Where's the other one? Here it is. What other stuff do I collect that might not be considered as popular? Let me see, like Sembo. I've gotten a bunch of Sembo stuff. Custom Lego, Mega, Acid Rain. I think Acid Rain is probably the biggest thing that I absolutely love that's just not hugely popular with like a market of people that watch content. Because usually those videos get very low views. But man, I love those figures. They're just so freaking expensive. So I don't buy them very often. And the place I partnered with to do those reviews, it's been a little bit since I've actually heard from them. Which I'm not sure what happened to them. Man, this doesn't want to fit together. Go together. Okay, I think that's... It doesn't say there's a front or a back. World ending via Demarcation live stream. Oh, guys, look, the nuke's coming in. You got your girlfriend and your little cousin into blockies. That is awesome. Honestly, I think the more people build model kits, the more like just smart they are and the more fun. I don't know, there's something about like building a figure and then you have it to play around with it, but you've actually put it together. So now it means something a little bit more to you. Oh, that is not the piece that goes there. As opposed to just, you know, you get it, you take it out of the box, it's cool, but you didn't build it. Oh, it says flip it around. And I can't blame that on the instructions. That is just me not paying attention. Because these instructions are clear. Okay. This is... I like how these go from, like, completely tame and normal to just... Okay, yeah, now we're putting on, like, 5 pieces at once. And they're all rather intense. Where is this going? What? How does that work? I don't see the fitment here. Because then this is going to go on like that. This is strange. I feel like this should be really obvious. I don't know what I'm doing. Struggle building entry grade model kits for that. Wait, why does it fit so perfectly in like that? I'm so confused. What are the physics of this? What dark magic is this? Why did that just work? What? It just fit together like what? I still don't actually understand how that went together. Usually I can understand just looking at, oh, I know how these pieces go together. I have no idea how those things fit together. I genuinely do not. Series 10. And everything on the road. Was my favorite retired Lego theme. Either Fantasy Era or Power Miners. I personally, probably, if I had to pick just Power Miners, like if I could get just a whole wave, Power Miners would be... Ooh, that's a nice knee bend. Man. I loved Power Miners so much. Power Miners and Atlantis, although I have a lot of Atlantis now. I also have Exoforce stuff, which Exoforce was brilliant. I want to get Exoforce. Well, I want to get my Exoforce stuff built. I have the Sentai Fortress waiting to be built. And I'm planning on doing it as a live stream, but I just haven't cleared a spot to put it yet. So I haven't built it yet. I don't know. I guess I'll claim I'm saving it for a rainy day or something. For when, you know, I don't have anything to stream. But really, I just need to clean up in here. But I have so many videos that I'm trying to make at any given time that I tend to just not clean up. Those of you who are in my, like, members thing, I just put out a short showing my mess that I leave oftentimes. Yeah, I have aspirations to make more content than I have the capacity to make, if that makes sense. All right, now we have to do this again. This strange, like, dark magic. How did that even work last time? I don't understand. How? I don't understand how that's working. It like angles itself. You should do something to your friends. We hang out and buy blind box trade. Nice. Every time I see Alexander. Yeah, I can never say that name. But anyway, welcome. Hey, Muto, welcome. Are these from a game or an anime? I think that they're just model kits. Like they're usually large. They're usually large kits like this. And then Sembo specializes in basically doing miniature kits of big ones, which I love because I love getting tiny versions of things. It's so much fun. So this is a win-win. I like this kit so far. I like this one a lot. This is very impressive to me. There's just, I don't know. I guess I have this preconceived notion, probably because that's usually how it is here in the US, that blind boxes are just simple little things, you know, simple, not very posable little things, not these super complex, super well engineered things. Like I'm a little bit even more disappointed now about the Tastier because I feel like that was the least well engineered out of all of them so far. Like, this has a lot. This is great. Why didn't we get this sort of thought for the Tastier? Like, Sembo have blocky side. Oh yeah, that's the cardbot ones, isn't it? Sembo, like the mechs you got. Yes. Actually, it was your videos. I referenced your videos multiple times for the Mosho Sembo ones. I referenced your videos multiple times when I was waiting for mine to arrive because I was trying to figure out a little bit more about them. But the pictures weren't doing me much good, at least on the site. That's really cool. Also, I'm realizing that it's bright again. I thought I turned this down. Well, we are working with white, so I don't know. 5 below. Gashmon leftover sword. Yeah, and they're usually like, I don't know. They're usually... Oops. They're usually kind of crummy. At least if you find them in the US, you know? Okay, we've got the joint. Why does that go upside down? That's... Okay. No, that's fine. We adjust. We adjust and we move. Small figures, 2 Blockies Defenders. Beast Wars Megatron. Aside from his, elbow bend not being the greatest, I was actually very impressed with both Beast Wars Megatron and Optimus Primal. They were just very, especially in the neck area, they're very well articulated. More than I think I'm used to. Alright, is it easier? It's easier to put it on this side. I'm struggling for no reason. I think this is a forearm. Also, here's another thing about me. I really like asymmetrical designs. Like, something about asymmetry, if it's done well, is just it's very pleasing to me. I like it a lot. So, that's another compelling thing about this particular mech, because it's got the red arm. That's super cool. I've done some custom Gundams with a lot of asymmetry going on. Glios. I have heard of Glios. I'm not personally a fan of them because they don't pose very well. But what I am a fan of is Desktop Vandals. Because Desktop Vandals, he's got Glios compatible stuff, but they pose really well. Really, really well. If you have not seen my review on Desktop Vandals Artron, I highly recommend you go watch it. Also, this is a sick mech arm. This is so cool. You guys probably can tell, but I'm very pleased that I pulled the red. Like, the blue and yellow looked cool, but I'm very pleased I pulled this variant. This is the one I was really hoping to pull out of the two of those. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. We're rolling here. And they have the swivels. Oh, that's going to keep annoying me. Why did they not do that for the other dude? Shoulders. Oh, this shoulder. Right, because we already built the shoulder for the other side. So fit those together. Block is more, something more. appealing about them. YOLO Park does good stuff, but I feel like they need to tighten their quality control more, in my experience, especially for their smaller dudes. I am really looking forward to their Bayverse AMK Pro Optimus, though. I will say. Man, this is fantastic. This is very enjoyable. I gotta say, Tastier was not a very enjoyable build. That guy was more enjoyable. This one's this one is by far and away, out of the three, the most enjoyable that I've done. Yo, what is this, like, shoulder cloak shroud thing? This is actually, these parts are sharp. They would never sell this in the US because a lot of US kids would just stab their eyeballs out with this. Mini He-Man. Ball joints on them, but it's good. Yeah, like I said, they haven't interested me because they're not very, I should probably put that on once I pop them together. They're not very posable. I like posable things. What is this? Oh, you can also put it on as a claw? The parts forming? Man, okay. Let's build this sword, though. This sword. This is what I'm here for. Oh, it's got some print on the handle. Yo, that's so sick. And you have to take the pommel off, I guess, to put it in his hand. Is there a specific way? There is. There's a flat side to the peg, and there's a non-flat side. Does that come off easily? That does not come off easily. I don't like that. So no BB gun and no stabby mech toys. Yeah. Also, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. All right, let's put this together. Not a ton of ab articulation, but I would say a respectable amount. Oh, can we actually fit on? Actually, a lot of these points are like genuinely pointy. Like the hip skirts too. Like, yikes! You could. I say that, and I'm literally about to stab myself with it. I'm not a fan of the joint style for the hips. I didn't really like it on blockies, and I don't really like it here. It's just hard to put the stuff on. Oh yeah, that's some good asymmetry. Is the head gonna be loose? Oh, not horrible. Doesn't have a ton of... Well, you can get upward to the side. And then let's put this on. Oh, that hinges up. Duh. Does that go in any farther? Okay, it just goes in a little bit. It just kind of sits more lightly in there. And then this thing can fit into his hand, or it can fit onto his back to hold the sword. Yeah, it's supposed to hold the sword. Oh, yeah, it does it like that. So he can hold the sword. Israel the Nation, welcome! Alright, let's give him the sword. Make sure... There is a flat side, so there is a proper way to put this on. If you force it, that would be bad. The ball joint for the waist is a lot more loose than I would like. Also, I could see breaking these if you're not careful. The neck bumps more than I would like. So it's not a perfect, not perfect as an assembled end result. But I will say, it looks absolutely fantastic. Look at that sword. That's so cool. You got an articulating back skirt. These are sharp. Let's see, what's the armband like? 90 degrees, I would say, roughly. Not too shabby for a design like this. Interesting. It'll be interesting to see if we pull the other variant, because like I said, there's going to be some duplication going on. Can the sword fit on a Blocky's hand? Let me see. We will grab. Surprise, surprise, a Nemesis Prime. It's a bit loose, but if you really wanted it to fit in a Blocky's hand, you could pretty easily just make it a little bigger with some super glue, and you could get away with that. You could give it to a defender, too. So, not without modification. But it's close. Do I have VR? No, I don't really do VR. Number one, I like actually just using controls. And number two, I don't have a system for it. I will say, it's actually kind of loose in this guy's hand, so modifying it would not necessarily be a miss. Also, he comes with a stand for aerial poses. Swords rule agreed. I should make a Discord server. I mod for some other Discord servers. That's why I haven't made my own at this point in time. He kind of sets on top. I may eventually, especially if the Minecraft server continues to grow, because we've got for those of you who did not know, there is a SMP, a Demarcation SMP, that is open to the public, but the catch, so to speak, is we're using modded, so you kind of have to have Java. Otherwise, can't really get the mods. I'll just put that over there. We don't need to make him stand on the stand right now, because we've got more to build. We've got three more. Oh my gosh. All right, let's do this. Who is next? We need the Thor, and then it'll be variants. So we'll see if we pull a variant or the Thor. Played Minecraft today. It's been raining all day. Aha! It is the Thor. Wait. No, it's not. It's the guy we just built, but the blue version. So I got both. All right, I'm actually going to set that aside for a second because I want to get to one of the different ones. Tried joining the server and 2 mods were in it, so it said it wouldn't work. It tells you what 2 mods you're missing, and you should be able to just replace it. Yo! Yes! Wait! I got the rare Tastier as well. Let's go. I mean, I'm still annoyed about the swivel, but let's go. You guys have not seen this one built, so we're going to build this one next. This one was definitely a bit of a struggle when it came to the cloak. I like the cloak a lot, but it's difficult. Ooh, the guns are a different color too. How to add if you... Oh, it's not hard. You should have a button that allows you to open the mod pack, and then you just copy the mods from your downloads folder and put them in there. It's not too hard. It sounds hard at first, but it's really not too hard. And yes, soft goods. So the last one probably has to be the Thor, I think. Unless I don't understand how this works, which is possible. Can't believe it's Christmas again. Yes, Christmas came again. I love this. This is so cool. This little cloak. It can also fit acid rain, guys, if you wanted it to. Well, you'd have to modify it a little bit, but it's the right size anyway. This dude has so many parts, and again, they over-engineered the absolute heck out of the limbs. Salty Bara, welcome! Blocky says fabric cape. I agree, that would be awesome. Alrighty, let's get cracking here. We'll see if I end up struggling, if I decide to struggle through the cloak right now or not. The Pulse Orbit rifle looks amazing, but it's very hard to use given that he has no swivel. That's part of why I'm so annoyed about it, is like, I love the rifle, but I can't use it because it doesn't fit in his hand without the swivel. Like, literally, it does not fit in his hand. The pistol fits better. Okay, we've got... I'm going to set all this back here. And we've got all these pieces. Oh, interesting. His, like, muscle sections are more gray. This is more like a Gundam. This part right here. Look larger than Galaxy. No, they're about the same size. They're about the same size as Blocky's Galaxy class. Galaxy version. With their Unicron head. I have two. One is the clear version and one is not. And right now they're both heads are just chilling up with my other Galaxy version, guys. I'm just pre-cutting all of these out because as I get building, I don't want to have to, you know, stop to trim these out. This guy has the most parts that have to be trimmed out. Also, there are, like, pieces here, and then you don't end up using them. It's a little odd. Because you get loose ones, but then, I don't know. It was a little weird. Right. Pop that there. We'll just add this to the stack of spent runners over here. All the hands are basically identical as far as I can tell. Almost 6 o'clock for me. All right, there's that. And then we've got joint pieces. This has got more joint pieces than the other fellas. Am I ready for Galaxy Galvatron? I'm in it for an Optimus variant, whatever Optimus variant they put in there, which I'm hoping that they do. Galvatron, I don't know. He's interesting, but anytime there's a chance of an Optimus variant, I'm always going to be more hyped for the Optimus variant. I'm really basic like that. These joints are not very fun to cut out. It's very awkward to get the nippers into the right position. And get them out too. Two colors, toy and movie. Is there a big difference there? I can't say I've really seen a lot of the Galvatron toys. Okay. That's all the... No, it's not all the cutting. No! So close. You know, when I first got this, I was like, oh, there's only 6 fellas here in this case, so it'll be a quick build. Not realizing how incredibly complex they are. Action Edition Shockwave. Which, I mean, we don't have confirmation that that will be a thing. Oh yeah, that's the card for that fella. Okay. You also get the little mechanical dog here. What's weird is there are 2 pegs here that are the same, but one is longer, and you don't use them. That I don't understand. Yeah, that confuses me. There's that faceplate, though. And this guy does not have the light up feature, but, you know. Toy Galvatron is gray. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I did not know that. I don't know if I've ever seen the toy version. This guy does not have the light up feature that the normal one has, but that is, in my opinion, completely fair given that lighting up a kit of this size, I don't know where they would put the lights. No. Get back in there. So now I have 2 of these guys, so I can modify one, and if... Come on now. We just get it in here. This was a bit of a struggle the first with the normal Tastier. Okay, there we go. You have to get it just the right angle. That's so interesting, the light color. I'm not used to that. All right, so we've got a head. We have a head. I am still a bit confused because... Again, we have a long and a short, and they're identical pieces, just one is longer and one is not. I'm just thinking that if I use the wrong one, you know, the arm's going to stick awkwardly out, and I don't know about that. I just don't understand why they included the long ones at all, unless it's going to be used in other kits later down the line, which I guess is... It's possible. Great alternate story being from the future. Oh, yeah. Wasn't he like that in the IDW comics a bit as well? Alright, so we've got this. This is going to be a swivel. Wait, did I do that backwards? I did. This is like a butterfly joint, and they slapped that in there in place of an actual swivel. Part of what makes these guys take so long to build is the parts are just not organized at all. They're just, you know, when you pull them out, they're just there. They're all over the place. Oh wait, I did have the right piece here. That's the hinge. IDW comics. He wasn't. I read the. I think they were counted as IDW. It was the ones where Bumblebee had to lead, and Shockwave was trying to make more combiners. Galvatron showed up in that one. There's so much print on these. So cool. Oh, right. This guy's half red, half not. I was like, what? That's weird that there's 2 different colors here. No, it's not. That's literally the whole gimmick here. Then we get that back piece. Yeah, that gives a tiny bit of hinging forward and back, but not much. Good lockdown Transformers custom. He does have lockdown vibes, kind of, doesn't he? Oh yeah, you can kind of move it up and down a little bit, but not much. Then the silver parts here are like drum lacquer. Oh, that's cool looking. Which I feel like it stands out even more against this like half red. The print is very different too. He's not Megatron, he's his own character. Yeah, because he showed up to fight against the Decepticons, and he was treated as an entirely separate character. Which I thought was rather interesting. Alright. Pop that into place. You do get the spine and stuff. It's obviously not rubber, but the hydraulics are here, that faux hydraulics, and the spine. So you get all the detail from the original, which I thought was a very nice touch. I wasn't expecting them to go so detailed on this, but they did, which is nice. There's the butt plate. It even has a little bit of printing on it. That's crazy. I feel like this cloak is getting in the way. Here it is. And we do have these things pop up on the sides here to give like a holster almost. It's a little bit of an annoying way. Make a Creo vs. Defender. Do it. Do it. Autistic CSX Conductor. That's quite the name. Welcome. Alright, that's going to pop onto the back. And then we get the partial red, partial... Oh no, I just remembered. I have to build the legs. I did not like building the legs on the standard Tastier at all. That was not fun. Alright, we got that though. Okay, so here is my big complaint. See what they did here? Let me show this off. This is the upper bicep, right? And then we have this piece goes on like that. That's unnecessary. Well, or that's fine. No, actually it is unnecessary. If these pieces were together to start off with, right? And then you cut this off and drill a hole into it, then you can peg a joint like this in there, and then you get a swivel. I don't know why they did this. This is stupid. Of all the genius stuff that they've done for this wave, that was really stupid. Like, no offense to the designers, but I don't understand what they thought they were doing. That was just not smart. No matter how you spin it. It just wasn't. Also, I think that's 2 different shades of red. Demarcation rage moment. No, this is a let me... Oh, the swords. I'm not going to put the swords on because I like the forearm blades the way they are. No, it's not rage. I have discovered a design flaw. It's a very frustrating design flaw just because I like this design so much and I wanted this one to be like really good. But yeah, this is the kind of thing that is like when I'm doing reviews, you know, I say you can't buy good reviews. That's because like you literally cannot pay me to not say stuff like that. Like if I'm doing a review and you do a dumb design choice like that, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm just not. There's no point in a review that does not address the bad as well as the good. It's a showcase if you just do, you know, the good only. And showcases are fine if you're honest about it being a showcase and you're not trying to act like you're a review. Can the cape fit on the Transformers Galaxy blockies? You could easily modify it. However, I don't think it will fit without modification. Oh, so these pieces. Can it go in, please? Please, please. A lot of these like square peg pieces, it's like you got to get them exactly lined up or they're just not going in. Okay. No reason not to give a bicep swivel. Yeah, this just makes no sense. I'm probably going to try modifying it because also an annoying thing is you get more arm bend going backwards than you do forwards. Crazy. Broccoli. Welcome. That's crazy. Crazy name. Broccoli. Chicoloco, welcome. What if someone can buy good reviews? I mean, you can buy good reviews from other people, not from me. If you ask me, you know, people, you know, find my channel and they say, hey, we want you to make a video. I'm like, okay. If they're like, you need to say good things, then I'm like, okay, well, it's not a review then. So you can find somebody else. All right, this part is also a little bit annoying because the shoulders, the way they did the hinge. Wait, I did that backwards. Why did that work so well backwards? Okay, there we go. The way they did this hinge is a little bit prone to popping apart. But there we have the red arm. Oh, lovely. They just don't tell me how to build the other one. They're like, you built one. You can figure out the other one, even though it's an entirely different color. And, you know, all that. But yeah, you know, with my Dremel, I think I should be able to just drill up into... Probably I would have to glue this together. Wait for the glue to dry. Drill in there. Yeah, everything would actually have to be glued together. Because there's no reason why they had to do those two pieces there as its own thing. Like, that just... that doesn't fly with me. I don't agree with that. Find the cloak to be annoying to get on. Yes, it was very difficult to get on. I fiddled with the cloak for probably a good like 10 or 15 minutes to get it on correctly. So I'm actually debating not putting on the cloak for this stream because of how long this stream has gone already. But yes, the Tastier, as much as he looks amazing, whew, the build is tough. Where's the other piece? To the arm. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out if I did the shoulder orientation correct, and that's... There's two different colors. I didn't have to worry about that at all. Yo, they printed red on the red to get more subtle. That's great. Brussels sprout bubblegum. What? You haven't watched one of his streams in so long? Well, here you are. Welcome aboard. How long have we been going on for? Actually, 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 47 seconds to be precise. What am I doing wrong here? I'm doing nothing wrong. There we go. All right, then we got that. Excellent. We still got 14 people. We've had a steady 14 people. That's pretty nice. All right, so we've got the gray arm now. And then we must build the leg. Now the legs I think are actually done pretty well. I don't really have issues with the way they did the legs. I think that was, for the most part, pretty thought out. I'm dropping the pieces. Built a Sazabi. I have not built a Sazabi. So a lot of times, again, I like articulation. So if there's not very good articulation or like fiddly articulation, I'm not usually as much a fan. And the Sotheby has always been one of those things that's like, it's so big and bulky that like it just... I don't think it's all... From what I've heard, it's not always a very fun posing experience. Nice. Okay, there we go. We got that one. Again, they're just showing me... Oh, this part. Okay. Okay. So this little piece is going to get sandwiched in here. And it's got to be done exactly right. And if you do it wrong, it's going to crush the piece. So it has to be aligned perfectly. Ooh, boy. The last one I did is crazy. If you're doing nothing wrong, you're doing something wrong. I think you're doing nothing wrong. I just think I had a stroke. All right. Line it up. Well, that was perfect, except for the fact that I put it together without putting the leg in. Oh, what am I doing? Now I'm doing something wrong. Okay. Can we redo that, please? If this will come apart now. Okay. So, don't put the leg together without the knee put on the way it's supposed to go. I like the stream. Free to talk about how I feel about the Transformers. Did I replace my first one? No. I have not. They're still sitting in there as a wreck. I have not gotten a replacement. Honestly, I don't want them to replace it with another Golden Lagoon, like another 2024 one, because the joints will just break again. Because they just did that poorly. So I don't really want another one of those. I'd love to get the 2025 one at some point, but I believe that all sold out. 2026 version, though, I actually just finished the review today. I'm going to hopefully put it out to members soon, like tomorrow. Or maybe later today, I don't know. Depends on how long this takes. Yeah, the 2026 Golden Lagoon, or the Dinobot Desertion. Brilliant, I love it. It's so good. The 2024 version, so bad. That's the one time that I've been really just completely disappointed by Blockies. I've had issues with other things, like the Spider-Man Galaxy versions. I've had my issues with that, but the only time I've been really completely let down was with that particular set. Model till it broke. Yikes. Post socket shoulders and thighs. Oh yeah, that's terrible. You had a chibi Sotheby? Chibi anything? No, that's not true. Because Defender Blockies are chibi. Defender Blockies are chibi and they pose quite nicely. What am I doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? There we go. Got that into place. And we got some silver printed on here. That's fantastic. It's beautiful. Detail recreated quite nicely from the larger version. Alright. And pop this on. This is definitely a lot easier now that I know what I'm doing with this particular kit. Sembo Mecha Break. Wait, they're doing a Mecha Break line too? Ooh, I know Mosho did a Mecha Break. One Mecha Break figure. And it looks pretty cool. It's definitely not my normal style. I like the militaristic, heavier mechs, but I don't know, I still thought that was pretty cool. And Mecha Break has some cool designs from what little I've seen of it, so I don't know, maybe I'll have to pick that one up too. Okay, are we nope, we're not doing it correctly here. Where did that wire go? I just had that wire. What did I do with it? Okay, well, there's another one down here. This might... Ugh! It's covered in spider webs. Yeah, this likes to fall down to the side. I don't think it's lined up. Some metal card bot. I've thought about getting those, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't love the metal card bot look. Like, personally, I don't. Which is why I haven't felt like spending money on it. Optimus variant has to be Rodimus Prime. Not necessarily. SD Gundam. Mecha Break is a mech game. Kind of like Armored Core. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Sandwich it together perfectly. Kind of like Armored Core, but I think a little bit more anime and fast-paced. Gundam Knight. And you don't remember? Oh, wait. Was that the one from Build Fighters? Caroline. Was it Caroline? Yeah, it was Caroline's mobile suit. All right. Success. That was a way smoother build than the other one. All right, let's put this dude together. Pop the torso together. Yeah, they show him looking way up, and you absolutely cannot make him look as far up as he's looking at on the package. Again, asymmetry. Asymmetry is really cool. I have zero clue. I know there's lore behind this guy, but I have zero clue why there's a partial, like, half red version. So that's what he looks like without the stuff on. What is Armored Core? Haha, Big Mech, go Burr. What's so tasty? Bunch of different Chinese IPs. Yeah, I think it's great. He gets pretty good kick forward, and the knee bend is actually double jointed, unlike the other two fellas. Okay. I didn't put those bits on, so we're going to put this on because I feel like this will be a pretty good thing for people to be able to see. So there are two holes here. There's a smaller one that needs to be stretched onto the peg in the back like this, and then you need to stretch, and yes, the cloth basically does just have to stretch it over that, and then we put this on, and this helps clamp it into place like that, so that the wire is actually held in place. They thought about this, which is something that Blockies with their like Superman forgot to think about, although maybe I should let it a little looser while I have to stretch this out. Pop that over. All right, we got that, and now there we go. Okay, that was actually, again, I guess now that I know what I'm doing, this wasn't as hard. Now, I'm not looking forward to the arms because the arms are a utter pain. But let's put his head on. And the cloak, here, I folded it inside out, so now it's not sitting back the way that it should. Because he's got the hood, and you can just kind of fold the hood down. And it stays down pretty well. Definitely gets in the way a little bit. I somehow made it sit. Oh, that's how I did it. Here, let me unfold that. And then you can kind of pop it down like this. Flatten it. Flatten it. Two-Face. He's, well, yeah, I could see that. All right, so now for this, we need to pull this off. And then this, it's sticking to my fingers. You need to pop that through there like that. Yeah. This is the annoying part. And then the way I did it is you then pop one of those through. Did that go through? I don't think that did. Could we get through? Well, it's on. And then this, because we got the slot there, this pops back on. The arm thruster. It got me the first time too. I was not in a good mood trying to put that on. I gotta say though, like, this color scheme is fantastic. All right, so there's one arm. We just repeat the process. Gary Sargent, welcome back. We got a guy with a sword, and now we've got the rare version of the dude that I actually had already pulled, which is awesome. So thrust. That's Shining 3, isn't it? I get mixed up between thrust and ramjet. I think thrust is... Thrust is Shining version, I want to say. Okay. Okay, I put the arm on upside down. I was wondering what was going wrong there. And there we go. That was, now that I knew what I was doing, that was not nearly so hard. And yeah, we've got the wire here. That's sick. That's so cool looking. I just, I need the swivel there. Sembo, why would you do this to us? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Is this is one box. And then we have the Robo Dog. I forgot about the Robo Dog. The pistol is the only one that really works for this dude, because the rifle just doesn't, which I guess is okay. Kind of gives him a gunslinger look. I didn't love building the dog either. There were some parts that just like they just didn't want to go together. But again, this is my second time building it, so perhaps it will be better this time. And oh yeah, he turns into like this big heavy cannon, which is kind of interesting. That is not the piece that I need. Where is the piece that I need? This one. Get a classic class Jetwing Optimus Prime, and it was worth it. Yep, that checks out. Classic class Jetwing Optimus is amazing. Even though I wish they had upgraded his articulation, it was amazing. Also, yeah, so you can fold this. Oh, I put it on the wrong way. Bruh. Who's my favorite so far? Easily this guy. I think, honestly, I even like the dual color version even more than the standard. I like it a lot more than I was expecting to. All right, pulling this off, got to be careful to not twist because that is a small peg. And you could easily snap it by pulling it the wrong way. Little cousin's getting Baver's classic class Megatron. Which one? The Dark of the Moon one or the first version? Hopefully Thor. I am hoping... I would be very sad because we've got the... We got the repaint of that guy, and if I don't get the Thor, I will be sad. But there we got the heavy cannon that folds up like this. And then this goes together like that. And this does not stick together the best, but it's the two pieces of the robot dog. That also becomes a backpack for the Tastier. And then you can put sub arms on and whatnot. I don't know if I love that look, but you know, it's an option for you. Okay. So now we have oh yeah, we have this part. The somewhat annoying process of putting all this together. Wait, hold up, that's not right. Hold up. Something ain't right. Sad marcation. I'm not sad. Oh, if I didn't pull Thor. Yeah. I would love to pull the rare Thor. I don't know how possible that is, given that I've already pulled a rare. I don't know how the rarity on these things really work. I like your jacket. Thank you. It's seen much wear and tear. I'll be sad on the day that this actually finally gives up. This jacket. Okay. This also puts stress marks into the leg, and I'm not a big fan of that. Wait, what did I forget? Oh, that goes on the back of the leg, doesn't it? Gonna go to a Toy Fest. Nice. I got in the rare. This is a rare. This is a rare. Wait, where does this go? Oh, yeah, it is the legs. Five of them are set in stone. Then the sixth is one of the three chases. Okay, so then I have to get the Thor. Right? Because I've already got a chase. Which is great. I'm so glad. Like, the chances were really not on my side for me not only getting a chase, but getting the one that I wanted. Do I pay Poppy Playtime? Absolutely not. I will not touch any horror game. You bought 2 pounds of pepperoni for $21. Interesting. I will get the normal Thor. Okay, excellent. That's fine with me. As long as I get a Thor, you know. Because it would suck to not. Because he's the other one that's got the soft goods. Oh, this is one of those square pegs that you have to get lined up exactly even. Given how small this is. It's not easy. Please, peace, just that is not cooperating. It just has to be so exactly even. This is so annoying. Because it doesn't want to go in. There we go. There we go, finally. You always get a chase. So when we both got more common of the three. I'm fine with that. I am perfectly fine with that. Because, yeah, like, the Thor would have been cool. I don't particularly want the chase of the other guy. Like, out of all of them, he's my least favorite design. I don't think it's a bad design. It's just not my personal taste. Which is the worst one? How is the leader class purple Megatron? You mean the guy I'm building tomorrow? Like the action edition? Do I think Blockies will do Warframe? I don't know. Is Warframe even relevant anymore? I don't know. I don't hear much about it, so I don't really know. Okay, there we go. What are the numbers after 5? I see a trick, and I will not fall for it. Excellent try, but not today. Yeah, that always puts stress marks in it. I'm not a big fan of that. What is the dog's name? Caucasus? Mechanical dog Caucasus. Sembo did Journey to the West blind box. A small chase or a big chase? That seems to be the standard way for the Chinese companies to do things, and I like that. I I like the concept of being able to buy a whole case and being guaranteed a rare, because that means in stores you still get the thrill of the hunt, you know? But if you just want to be guaranteed one, then you can just buy a whole case. It's a win for everybody. Haven't streamed that yet. Yep, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow. And I'm in the process of fixing my other Megatron. The non-translucent one. Oh, we're at the 2-hour mark. Think they're going to make Doomslayer? Blockies? Oh, what? I don't know. I kind of have a hard time picturing Blockies making Doom. That is very stiff to put in. Oh, and this pegs into the closer one. Yeah, that's stiff. This looks like the that robot dog that they tried making as like a military thing in real life. Ugh, I'm gonna break this. I need to take that off. GoBot Blockies. That, I don't know. I feel like that might be more possible than Doom. Oh, I put that one on backwards too. Dang it. Man, that is too tight. Transformers Galaxy or Defender? It depends. It depends. I don't know if I'm prepared to say that one is just definitively better than the other because they're such very different styles. Alright, there's the mechanical dog. And there's the extra parts for making the sub-arms. His extra joints that I don't understand. His stand. And then the blades. Alright. The last one that we haven't opened, the one that should be the Thor. Blockies when they make a chase. Oh, yeah, when the chase is kind of like if you want to get all of them, you got to get the chase. Don't answer your math question. I'm not falling for that one either. Yes, look at that cape. The Thor. Excellent. All right. I'll probably not build that variant on stream just due to the time. And you guys did see the build process, so. We will build this one, and then... Yo, a translucent runner. Okay. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. Are all the parts packed into this bag? Oh, no, that's 2. That would be 2 bags. Oh, there's even more translucent orange. Yo, that's so cool. Alright, and then the big bag. I'm starting to get a crowded workspace because of how much stuff is here. Let's move this a little bit. Oh yeah, he's got that freaking massive hammer. Thus the name Thor. Woo! I don't want to do that. Lower legs and the faceplate. Interesting. Okay, I will pay attention to that then. And the cloak. It's also got wires in it. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, it wraps to one side specifically? Oh, interesting. That's kind of cool. Like, it goes around one of his arms. All right, let's cut these pieces out. These are not really like blockies in that you kind of do need tools. Whoa. Oh, they did silver on the one side, so the parts actually have some depth. Thor's Hammer Ultra Magnus. I don't know if it will fit. But that would be cool if it did. All right. I wish there was a way that I could be hearing the music that was playing for the stream as well, because it's nice music. Oh, there's a sprue left on that one. No, thank you. Or a nub. No, thank you. I do not want that. All right. All right, cool. That runner is empty. Then we need the waist unit. Excellent, excellent. Stands lock the figures better. Oh, do they not? Oh, I see what you mean. It just kind of sets there. Some sort of actual locking mechanism would have been good, for sure. 1 divided by 3. Nah, I'm not falling for that one either. Number 1, I'm not smart enough to do that in my head. And number 2, I know what it's going to lead to. And there are many ways you can get to that number. The number that I will not say because it triggers... It's like tossing a banana to monkeys when you say that number. Alright. Oh, and then the thingamajiggies here. Wait, is it actually 78? If you did a time lapse of this live build, it would just be this whole building space getting increasingly cluttered. Okay, so we got that. Let's put the head together. Actually, I'm gonna stick the stand together because I already know how that goes, so might as well just get it out of the way. Was it actually 78? I'm not oh, there's one of these. Oh, do we use the long ones for him? Do we? I think we do. So they just reused it for the Thor. Makes sense. Alright, where's the head pieces? There's his face. There's the back of the head. Here are... The eyes are actually translucent orange. That's sick. Yeah, the faceplate's it's a little difficult. It feels like it's going on crooked. I don't know. Oh, that's cool. The sides of his head are literally lightning bolts. Much 2020 Golden Lagoon price is gonna skyrocket in the future. Gonna overcharge on the non-broken ones. I hope that nobody ever pays a lot of money for that one. So could it light pipe? Not really. I hope that nobody is foolish enough to fall for that. Oh, that's weird. There was a runner for... Okay, strange. Leftover parts. Yo, that's some nice printing. Holy moly. We have this. Use these. Certain store, Common Rider. Why only a certain store? Why not look at any of the other stores that might have it? That's always what I do. If the one store doesn't have it, I go and see if anybody else does. Because half the time, stores might be even run by the same people. I know on eBay it is. I don't know how often that happens on AliExpress. But I know it does happen from time to time. What piece am I looking for? I'm looking for the neck. Oh, those are lightning bolts too. That's super cool. And I need this piece. With Block gold dusted. Yeah. Together smoothly. I had to get it lined up just right. I could see how that would be a pain. Thank you for the warning, because otherwise I probably would have just went as fast as I usually do. Or just fast. I don't know what usually is for my speed. Chest unit. This piece. Is that it?
Do I like RTS?
I've not really played RTS games, to be honest. I like the idea, because I like playing stuff like chess and whatnot, but I've never actually taken the time to play one, purely because they just take so long. This feels very difficult. That doesn't feel right. Okay, that does go there. Yeah, that does not feel like it's going in properly.
Broccoli, welcome back. How well Halo Mega scales with Blocky's Transformer.
I've actually done some photos like that. Is that the wrong piece? I don't think that is. I think it's just... Why is this so difficult? Man, that's like making me sweat. I'm feeling like I'm gonna snap the piece. Like I'm all for parts fitting together nicely, but that's a little excessive.
Variation.
Oh yeah, because the red and white guy just has the version who's got the whatever that power mode is. Where's the other piece? Where is it? Where is it? Am I blind? I am blind. Temporarily blind. Ugh, golly, what the heck? That feels really bad. Yikes. Round it and use your desk. I'm tempted to do something similar. Man, this is absurd. I almost need like pliers or something. This is crazy. What in the world? I need to like do it on the floor, but I don't have anything that can. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Kind of helped. There we go. Okay. Whew. That was tough. Sound wave? I mean, I guess it's a little sound wave-esque. Whew, my thumbs hurt now. I understand what people were saying about the finger pain. The limited edition cost? The limited edition... Wait, for what? The limited edition... Are we talking blockies? Are we talking Sembo? Okay. Lightning bolt. That's super cool. The shiny underneath makes this look way better. These parts are slightly flexible, so you got to make sure that the stuff is lined up properly. I say that as I'm putting them in backwards, but, you know, figure it out eventually. Blockies. The, like those rare ones, the special exclusives, those definitely are expensive. I mean, I sold the Saint Seiya one that I had for over $100. I did that purely because I needed to get a Nemesis. All right, and then we can sandwich this around this. Is there a specific way this is supposed to go? I guess they're kind of... Well, there's one way, but there's also like little grooves in the ball itself. I didn't know if that had much. 100 is better than 600. Well, it's the Saint Seiya, so it doesn't go... There had never been a Saint Seiya rare sold before, ever. So I guess, you know, I could kind of set whatever price I wanted. But I also wanted to actually have it sell because I wanted to use the money to get a Nemesis. So I just went for what I felt was fair, you know, for a limited thing. Because I also want... Here's the thing. A lot of these people that try and sell stuff for that much, you got to make it accessible to people. Like, maybe eventually somebody will pay that much, but you might have to wait a really long time. In my opinion, it's better to sell it for a little cheaper and have it sell faster than sit there for literal months, maybe never selling, at a higher price until some sucker comes along and pays it. Your cat's being funky. Is Z my name? Yes. Well, it's a shortening of my full name, which is Zechariah. But a lot of people have a hard time remembering that. Also, I just usually go by Z anyway. Okay, is this a shoulder? Is that what we're building here? Okay, those are the front sections. Where are the back sections? Ah, here they are. They're literally right next to each other. Who stopped blocking so many Ultraman released to Malaysia? What? First of all, I didn't know that Malaysia had Sam's Club. That's a revelation to me. And second, Blockies did a Sam's Club exclusive. That's really funny to me. Because here in the US, Sam's Club doesn't really sell toys like that. So it's incredibly funny to me to think of a Sam's Club Blockies exclusive. Am I doing this right? What are we doing here? I'm doing this entirely wrong, aren't I? Yep, I am. Well, that would make sense why it wasn't fitting together. What are we doing here? Your friend's brother goes by Z. Interesting. I don't know that I've heard of another Z. That's a first. Nope, that is wrong. Why does that not feel like it works? Okay, I don't really know. I don't really know why that was not fitting together. You were able to join the server. Nice, nice. I'm gonna stream doing some on it soon because I may have found an ancient city that needs conquering, and I figured that might be a pretty good thing to stream. To wait till I stream to do. Who is Sam and why does he have a club? Sam is the guy that started Walmart, and so Sam's Club is his like exclusive stuff. Looks like a Xeon symbol. Well, that only fits in one way, but that feels backwards. Is the other arm different? Does it tell me? No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Gooba the Man, thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a great rest of your evening and weekend. Thanks for sticking around. You weren't expecting a genuine answer? Well, that is... there you go. That is your genuine answer. Oh, I'm putting this on wrong. How have I gone so very wrong? Oh, wait. No, I don't think I have. That is the way to do that. Oh, yeah, never mind. I'm not wrong. This is the way. Again, ooh, I'm not really sure how this was working because, I don't know, the parts don't seem like they want to interact very well, but somehow they are. So, cool. All right, success. We've got some shoulders. English.exe has stopped working. Please try again later. Oh, I just pegged that together. Yo, there's so much tiny print on there. Caution. Check the armor fitting bolt before departure. That's really small. Also, he's got like forearm cannons. That's sick. The forearm cannons are very difficult to stick on. It's gonna be the longest build. No, we're getting there. We're getting there. And then we'll pop this. Whoa. Oh, why is my ping so low? What the heck? Shining line. Shining is locked to China. What? Weird. I haven't really gotten the Ultraman stuff. Although I do plan on looking at their newest wave. They're like, was that the Netflix show designs? I really like those. I'm not a fan of a lot of the other Ultraman stuff, but those I do want to take a look at. Oh, I guess that is the way that goes. Interesting arm guard. All right.
I think waves 5, 6, 7, and 8.
All right. I am. We're at the 2 hours and 25 minute mark. I did not expect this to take this long. Yeah. There we go. There's this. Pop that in like that. Give him an elbow. I don't really care which way the joint is pointing for this dude because it doesn't. You're not really seeing it.
Said last week.
Got him. Well, to be fair, I didn't say it standalone, so. Whoa, hold on there. Hold on there, that's not right. There we go. There's a little bit of play, but. Oh, that. Okay, hang on. Okay, I guess that's just how that is because that was a lot of force just there, and it did nothing.
You did really order all those?
That's a lot of building waiting to happen. Okay, the leg. Where is this? All right, so we got this. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm guessing this guy's knee bend is going to be somewhat limited given how chunky he is. That's also the wrong piece there. Alright, we got that. Well, that's not the right piece. This is, though. I like how the instructions just don't show you when pieces are printed, and then you just get the piece, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, this is like completely printed up. And looks good. And it's like, wait a minute, what? Also, I think I might have underestimated the bend of this.
Why did 5 run away from 6?
I know that one. I know that one. That's an old one. It's a very old one. Some of these things, I'm like, how is the geometry of this working? And then it just somehow does work. Oh, it's got to go up higher. Well, that's not a very good instructional illustration. That shows it a lot farther down. That's a Hero Spire wave. I've been tempted to look at some more of the Hero Spire stuff, to be honest. But again, it's like, I've got so many videos to make. I'm trying to scale my productions and do more, but whew, there's a lot of stuff to do. I still need to finish my review for the Blockies Galaxy Marvel Wave 4. Yeah, I see the lower legs issue. I understand now. How might one go about this? This is crazy. I have to do this twice? Whew, okay. Does it get covered up enough that I can just ignore that? Not actually at all. Lovely. Okay. Sit flush. Infernal Peace.
Got scanned by Herospire Chase. You got the card of the Chase, but it was the regular? Oh, that's a... What an insult. A slap in the face. That would have been a complaint to Blockies for sure. Okay, I don't know if there's just supposed to be a gap there or what, but I cannot get that to close any further, so we're just gonna roll with it. Also, yeah, that's about a 90-degree knee bend. That was pretty much what I expected. Not bad. I'm not sure that I could really argue for a lot more. What am I doing here? Is this the same? I think I'd have to reverse this now. Because that's the one leg. Oh, wait. No, that's how it has to be. Yeah, that's how it has to be. Rally of Astral line, you can't find it anywhere. So far, I believe they've done those as like event things. You know, you go and participate and you get them at the event. That's been my understanding. Because I asked Blockies about that, and they told me that that one was not really slated for a release outside of China, at least not for the foreseeable future. So, because I was like, oh, that looks interesting, maybe I'll see if I can review it, but they were like, no, we're not doing it in a whole lot of places. Oh, this is something else. Can I just shove it onto the floor? Yeah, this is the painful part. Doesn't stop AliExpress. No, that's true, but if it's event only, then people are going to have a really hard time getting the stock. Okay, that doesn't feel like it's in all the way, but I guess we'll roll with it. This is... Yeah, I understand. Yeah, and there is a gap. I got the other one way smaller. What? Yeah. I don't know. Is there just supposed to be a gap there? Pull it apart again. Golly, dude. This is crazy. I keep like disappearing under the table for this. I don't know how else to do this. It's literally denting the floor. What? Oh, that's not... I need to not do that same method up here, because that's going to break it. Painted versions. Well, okay, so that's the thing about that. That whole Rally of Astral line is the customization. There's like special pens and everything. That's why they're event things, because you go and you get one and you customize it right there. And they do like little competitions. So yeah, I would love to see them release painted stuff of that, because it looks super cool. But yeah, I get why they're not. Also, I think those are the most normal, almost like Gundam or like the Mosho feet
so far, but they seem to work. So I'm not. If it works, it works. You know. Where's the other foot? Here's it. All right, cool. Oh, there's a whole freaking backpack. All right. All right. Let's do this. These are intense. Building a whole case. Like if any of you guys get this, I would recommend doing this in like, you build one, take a little break, build one, take a break. Hit same gap. I'm honestly wondering if they're just not supposed to. It almost looks like they're not supposed to. Come on now. No, let me pick it up. Okay. It's so funny seeing the big Tastier and then the tiny ones. Guess you're getting dehydrated. Well, you know, drinking water is probably a good idea. What am I doing here? Wait, what am I doing? Yes, this way. Yeah, water is definitely a good option. Alright, so there's the pack. We've got this. It is 7 o'clock for me. I need to wrap up or I'm going to be late for dinner. Interesting. There's a lot of space in the middle of that. Guess that's purposeful because I don't see how you would not have that space. Buy a bigger one. Are odd. Oh, for this fella? A lot of them I think are the base version. Like, so I got mine from Temu, and there's a lot of listings on there. But I don't think any of them come with the cloak, because the cloak and the dog were like the, I don't know what you want to call it, deluxe edition, I guess. And so I did not get that. Unfortunately, I really would like to get the cloak. You can actually get the cloak separately on AliExpress, or at least a couple different colors of it. What am I doing here? What is this? How is this supposed to go on? There's just an arrow like, yeah, just put this on there. But where? What am I attaching it to? Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. Base. Yeah, the dog. Oh, yeah, and the display, that's kind of like his rest table or whatever. Which looks awesome, but yeah, if you just get the base version, you don't get any of that. Oh, we get some cannons. But yeah, I'll probably just buy the cloak eventually, because it's like, I don't know, like $15 or like $30 for like a black one, a red one, and a different gray. That's not the gray that he originally comes with. You did the same thing with those pieces. Yeah, they don't look like they should go on. It's like, what am I actually doing? Nice articulation. Oh, and then we have the hammer. The hammer makes me think of oh wait, this goes here. Hammer makes me think of Jace from Arcane. We got this. That. Oh, nice. Okay, do I do that twice? Yes, I do. Alright. I like that they didn't make all these pieces solid. Like, I like how much hollowness there is, because for a weapon this large, you kind of don't want to have too much weight. Okay, so this one's gonna go on
this side like that. I just realized there's even the like Thor, the Celtic symbol on here, which is pretty cool. Oh wait, I'm doing this wrong. Alright, so this goes in like that. Gotta line it up right. That's the part with the hammer. It rotates. No, stop it. Oh, that's helpful. Wait, how about I just put this assembly together first? I have no idea what the heck this even is. And then we can pop this together. Oh, interesting. A little gimmicky there, I guess. Wait, what? What is this gimmick? Oh, it works those. Okay, that's strange, but interesting. Decided for the Megatron tomorrow. I'm very curious to see if it's any better than the original one that I built. And okay, so that just pegs in like that. That's pretty cool. So let's put him together. Is that really how that's supposed to go? No, it's not. I put it on backward. Seemed a little awkwardly gapped. There we go. That's much better. Backwards movement's pretty good. Forward movement is restricted, but that's, given the skirting, that's kind of inevitable. Does the hammer fit on Transformers blockies? Let me try. Let me put this dude together and then I will try. I really like the finishes and stuff for like the lightning bolts. He's giving me almost Pacific Rim vibes. Oh, okay. The lightning bolts on the side of his head come off rather easily. Oh yeah, that one really comes off easily. I think he's got the best neck. Okay, dude. Out of everything, why do we have to do this? I guess I'm gonna have to glue that. But his neck articulation is fantastic. Finally did it. It's over. Well, it's over for you guys. I have to build one more off camera. And that's kind of funny because the shoulder cannons can't go down over his shoulder because of his... You have to have him like look off to the side to have him shoot forward. But he does look quite good. Like this is some high quality looking stuff. Can it fold down and back? No. Did I put it on right? Yeah, I did. So it can't really go down and back, but that's some great looking stuff. I love the decaling and all that. And then the hammer. It does not. It is too big. Unfortunately. But it does fit in this hand pretty well. Not bad. Not bad. He looks like Nova Prime. Guess I could maybe see that. I'm not hugely familiar with Nova Prime's design, so I can't like, oh yeah, definitely or definitely not, but I could see him being a Prime. It's pretty cool.
I'm kind of thinking this one's my favorite now, except for the freaking missing swivel. Golly. What a mess. What a mess that is. But yeah, so there's that. I feel like I was missing something. I feel like somebody had asked me to show something off that I'm now forgetting. Oh! You know what I'm forgetting? I'm forgetting to put this dude's cape on. That's what I'm forgetting. Get off there. Okay, so we pop this off here. And then we pop the shoulder off. So this will pop on here. You gotta stretch that hole a little bit and then bring this around to here. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I was expecting, to be honest. I think. How did... Oh! So that needs to go down. Okay, that's why it doesn't go up so far. Because there's no hole in the back for the cape, so it has to go down and under the backpack. I understand now. There we go. Now he's really completed. There is literally no reason for a mech to be wearing a cape, but it's one of the coolest concepts known to man. Like, it makes no sense, but I'm all for it. Like, robots wearing cloaks, mechs with capes. It just doesn't make sense. But it doesn't need to make sense because it's super cool. So, there you have it. That was that build process. That was way... Well, that was way more intense than I was expecting it to be overall. Very, very interesting builds. Honestly, my main complaint is just... I don't understand why they did this. I just don't. It makes no sense to me why they would... Anyway, I've ranted about that enough. So, I am going to go ahead and pray us out because I need to go and eat dinner. Lord, thank you for giving us this opportunity. Thank you that this package arrived in time. Thank you that you brought everybody who came by today. Lord, I want to lift CJ up and the ear infection. That's not fun. So I pray for swift healing there. Just that the infection would be defeated and CJ's immune system would be able to take care of that whole thing very quickly. Just bless everybody who joined and give them all safe and enjoyable weekends. In Jesus' name, amen. Alright guys, I am off so I can go eat dinner and maybe get the 2026 Golden Lagoon set review up for members. So, I will see some of you guys, hopefully, tomorrow for the Megatron build. If I don't see you, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. I will see you guys.